Welcome to Friday, January 23rd, second cup of sunrise. Originally, I was not going to be here.
Yes,
I was supposed to be on a flight about to land in Memphis, Tennessee to visit my dad and stepmom for the weekend.
Right.
Called it off.
Yeah.
I was one of those crazy people like, let me just hold off a couple of days, see how it is. And no, so got it all figured out here, and we are doing that thing.
I think that's the right call. You
Yeah.
know, why not? Why risk it?
Well, it was the whole like, it's the Mid-South, it's going to be the Southeast, and then it all came together with the system, and now we've got the big storm. So we'll get to all of that. Before we get into the actual news that people care about.
What do people not care about?
I was walking around the newsroom yesterday, and I saw a familiar face in here just doing a tour.
Yes.
It's a man named Dave Overacker. People here might know him, the former news director at Channel 10. He now does some PR work with a local hospital. He was just making his rounds, and occasionally PR people, the spokespersons for police departments will come in. It's just to say hi.
Yeah.
To see people face to face. And he brought up a point. He said, did you already do your Disney trip? Heard you talking about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, we did it last week. He was like, that podcast. Love it.
He
You guys
loves
do a
the
good job.
podcast.
And I was like, yes, there we go. That was great. So I
That's
appreciate
great.
that. Always nice hearing that. Do want to let people know that Governor Kathy Hochul is going to be speaking momentarily out of Albany, the statewide storm briefing. So we'll try to bring some of that whenever that gets going. But this is going to be a weekend, man.
Yeah, for sure. Second half of the weekend, especially going into Monday. That's the tricky part. Stuff tonight, we get several inches of snow tonight, but Friday night snow is it's not too bad.
I know.
For those that don't have to worry about it tomorrow. But lake effect snow warning. I just drew this 145-mile distance because I was looking at cameras. Cortland on 81. It's snowing there, and that's lake effect off of Erie.
So far,
Isn't that wild?
150 miles doing that.
Yeah,
it is.
It's amazing because the reason why is because the air is so cold.
Yeah.
that it's able to pick up a lot of moisture off the lake. And the reason why the radar doesn't look that good is because the only radar you got is Binghamton, Buffalo, and then all the way up in Montague. There's nothing really in Syracuse, so it's kind of a radar hole there. So that's why you don't have anything there. But the pink that's like across the entire country, basically, is winter storm warnings. What we have over us, the lights. Yeah, what would you call that color? It's like a tealish blue. I would say.
Yeah, I
over
don't
us.
know, like some sort of sea blue or something. I
Yeah,
don't know. Yeah,
like a grayish blue
Yeah.
almost. It's weird how they choose their colors. But that's winter storm watches. So that's basically, we know there's probably going to be a winter storm, and we're just waiting till we get more information to update it. So eventually that area will turn pink. The blue, I was looking at some of the numbers right now in Minnesota, -15, -20 air temperature.
Man.
That's right now. So it is just brutal. When you know what they have the extreme cold warnings, it is cold.
I know. It sure is. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
How about this?
Let's listen in,
Dominguez,
shall we? We'll do a little
Executive
bit of this.
Director of the New York State Thruway Authority, Frank Hoare, Major Robert McConnell from the New York State Police, and Jackie Bray, the Director of State Operations. And there's only one reason we're gathered here this morning, is to send out the alarm, alert all New Yorkers that we are heading into a very, very dangerous weather event that is unfolding later today and throughout this weekend into Monday, throughout every corner of the state. No state will be immune from feeling the effect of Mother Nature's wrath
Hawaii,
on this weekend.
Alaska.
So we warned about an extreme weather event yesterday. That event has arrived. It's intensifying as we speak. Now, we're used to winter in New York. We're in Albany today. I'm from Buffalo. Was in New York City yesterday. We think we're ready for this. But when you get complacent, that's when you get into trouble. So I'm here to say this is a very dangerous combination of heavy snow and extreme, extreme cold temperatures. And the risks are so intense that as I'm standing here right now, I'm declaring a state of emergency throughout the entire state of New York. And what that'll allow us to do is to coordinate more closely with local governments, deploy state resources into municipalities without the lag of time required. So this will
frees us from
ensure that
the
all
red
of
tape,
our
the
local
steps. Yeah, I can
partners
go
and
ahead and do it.
agencies have the resources they need to keep New Yorkers safe and to get through this weather event. Allows us to suspend certain laws that would be other related to procurement, et cetera. So right now, here's the bad news. Temperatures across New York are plummeting. By tomorrow night, we'll be experiencing some of the most dangerous cold we've seen in years. And if you're heading up to the North Country or live in that beautiful part of our state, you better bundle up. You'll be experiencing minus 40 to minus 50 degree wind chills.
Yeah. Plaska.
The rest of the state, real field temperatures will feel like below zero tonight and tomorrow. Down to a negative minus 20 all across the I-90 corridor from Buffalo to Albany will feel like it's below zero and also down minus 20. And even in downstate, the temperature will feel like minus 10, Hudson Valley, minus 10 in New York City and Long Island. And that is not something that part of our state is accustomed to. So what are you worried about? What am I worried about? Frostbite. Frostbite can set in literally within 5 minutes of exposure, as well as hypothermia. So the symptoms of hypothermia are poor coordination, slurred speech, exhaustion, shivering. Let's first of all try to prevent being in this situation, but if you must be outside and you're with other people, pay attention to those signs because that means they're experiencing a serious health event.
Very good.
Doing great. Got the facial
So we got
expressions.
the extreme cold. Bundle up. Let's talk about the volume of snow. We're seeing lake effect snow falling off of Lake Ontario and Lake Erie. The Tug Hill area of our state in Watertown will see 1 to 2 feet off of Lake Erie, up to 18 inches in the southern tier. Buffalo, only 4 to 6. I'm not sure they'll even notice, but Buffalo's prepared.
Good one.
But we're tracking another large storm system. It can begin impacting New York as early as Saturday night. Snow is expected all day, Saturday, into Sunday into Monday. And also our forecasts have been upgraded or downgraded, depending on your perspective. We're expecting more snow than they were talking about even 24 hours ago. So pay attention to these totals. 12 to 18 inches of snow possible across Long Island, New York City, Hudson Valley, Capital Region, Southern Tier, Mohawk Valley, and Central New York. The rest of the state can see upwards of a foot of snow.
Staten Island,
up to a foot of snow, downstate.
Manhattan, 12.
It could be paralyzing in a dense area like New York City.
Really tricky forecast there.
They have not seen snow totals like this in years.
The governor, they're getting into this, and then they'll talk about the crews that'll be rolling out as they've got, the DMV, DOP commissioners there, I believe, and some local officials and state troopers. And yeah, it's just interesting forecasts of getting ready. You brought up this a viral video that was kind of going around on, was it TikTok, about how in New York City, and they're like, what to expect with snow.
Yeah, there was basically, it was this guy that was making a joke of like, the meteorologists have been forecasting anywhere from an inch or nothing to 12 inches to 18 inches. And he compared it to when you get a delivery of like an appliance, like your refrigerator is going to show up from Lowe's between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. And you're like, great. So I have to be home all day long.
Be home at that time?
I have no idea when these things are going to show up. And that's kind of what it is for some areas, is that they're trying to figure out exactly what location the heaviest snow is going to fall. And it's going to be a lot. I mean, so many areas going to get a ton of snow.
I know. Just getting ready for it. So
it's the snow and it's the cold as well. You know? I want to mention something about the cold is I think is interesting. It's like, I don't like telling people not to do things or not to do things. I think there's a fine line between, giving the forecast one and then telling people to take action too. Like giving a reminder like, hey, bring your pets in. Like, I think that's just kind of a good friendly reminder. Telling someone not to go outside is like, I get a little uncomfortable with it. Like I kind of get it, but like where you're getting frostbite is homeless population that literally are outside often. People that like make silly decisions, like go to a Kansas City championship game and go outside.
Lose fingers.
In
that Miami game a couple years ago.
And drink alcohol outside. Things like that where you can get in trouble. But when you're like a downhill skier and you go to these areas like Vail, where they're up in the mountains of Vermont and it's -10, -20, they have hand warmers. They have triple layered socks. They have, you bundle up, you know what I mean? So for what it's worth, I think if you prepare for it, heat is a little bit different because as we talk about this a lot, heat, you cannot really cool down outside. There's like, what are you gonna do? Cover yourself in ice packs?
Right.
You know, extreme cold, you can protect yourself. There's people that live in northern Russia that spend time outside. You know, there's like ways to get around, but extreme heat, I think, is a little bit different. That is where I am more comfortable saying, hey, you should probably limit your time outdoors because it's 105, 110 real feel.
Think about it as much.
Exactly. With winter, I get a little bit uneasy when I'm saying, don't go outside. Like, yeah, you go outside, go sledding. You know, just make sure that you're prepared and you listen to your body.
It's one thing when we do that, because there will be 4 or 5 Bills games throughout a year where it's like, this is okay. It's not going to be as cold as this weekend.
Right.
But yeah, it's still like out for a long time. We're not telling people if you're just at home on your Sunday afternoon, don't go outside.
Yeah.
When there are 67,000 people sitting out.
That could have been, I mean, the Bills could have had a game
Can you
this
imagine
weekend.
had the Bills and Chargers won out and we're talking about a game at 3 p.m. Sunday?
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
It's been awesome. But yes, I was thinking about that
snow
yesterday. I was like, man, what would they have? What would they have done?
It would have been LA versus Buffalo.
LA versus Buffalo.
Yeah. In a snowstorm, a major snowstorm.
And then if there had been like warnings of police or the state saying, I don't know if we can logistically, it's like, how about Monday?
They might have had to move. Yeah, Monday would have been tough too.
And then it would have been Monday night. Maybe they played at 6 p.m.
You wouldn't move the game, would you? Like to Detroit?
A title game? I don't know.
Yeah. Because not only there'd be the snow, but the cold would be on top of that as well.
Yeah.
You know?
And when you've got Exhibit A, governor, other officials saying we don't need to go out, but let's put on a big game. But wasn't the case. Wasn't the case.
Right. This is all hypothetical.
Yes.
We love to talk about.
It was. But I mean, it's just going to be affecting everyone. And we were chit-chatting whenever I came in just before our 5 o'clock show this morning. I was like, this has got to be, I was trying to think the biggest storm since I've been here in 8 years. And then there's the technicality of that. It's not a one day, it's not going to go down as a one-day storm because it's Sunday into Monday. And you kind of went back and looked at some of the totals. And you asked me the record for 2-day snowfall total in Rochester. And I threw out 37 inches. I had no hunch.
36.9.
That's what it was. It was 1900 or so.
Yeah, 1900. Over 120 years ago. Isn't that wild?
It's wild.
Yeah, and I was looking at Rochester gets snow. This place does get snow, and so like I feel for other people like there's another balance between we always get snow, not a big deal, and hey, this is a big deal. I'm much more on the side of this is a big deal. This is a huge snowstorm. But when you look at, in order to crack the top 30 highest 2-day snowfalls, we need to break 18 inches over 2 days. So that's
from Sunday to Monday.
So what I'm saying is we have 30 occasions we have gotten that much snow. Of course, you go back 120 years, it's a long record. But still, it just says that it's not that uncommon to get a foot of snow around here.
You got me all, well, not you. Other people got me all hopped up because whenever I was tracking the storm all throughout the weekend, I'm just seeing extreme weather graphics. And you jokingly mentioned to me, it was like, big snow coming up. And you were like, maybe towards the end of the month. And I was like, might do this again. A lot can change between now and then. But well, how about that? We'll get through this weekend first. We will be here Monday morning. We'll have our pod. We will have our sunrise show, the most important one. But getting up very, very early on that.
I'm sure Steph has probably talked about school closings potentially.
She works in school PR. I was just like, no one's having school. We're not doing school Monday.
I don't think so. My wife also kind of in the school system, and same thing. There are rumblings already, and I think the way this is going to shape up, this will be a little bit different. So when I went to Spencerport last week for the school talk, I was talking with one of the teachers. I'm like, so how was Thursday, the snow day? You guys enjoyed it? She's like, it was good. A little bit low on the snow, though, she said. Like, she was surprised.
Really?
That it was canceled. She was like, it didn't seem cancel worthy, is what she said. And I don't know. I mean, it's, again, I just forecast the weather. I don't forecast whether or not schools cancel. So I thought that was kind of an interesting perspective. Maybe she's just, I've done Rochester winters my whole life. Didn't seem that worth it. But if you remember, snow didn't really get going until 5 a.m., first thing in the morning. This will be snow all day Sunday.
It's interesting because sometimes they'll do it when it's like, we're going to get 3 inches of snow 5 to 7 a.m. And it's like we can't do the buses. Yes. Like there won't be time to clear.
We'll push it, either delay or
won't have it. Right. This will be 36 hours from Sunday into Monday. Yeah. crews are going to be out there all day Sunday. So like when we come to work Monday morning, we're not going to have 16 inches of snow that we're driving through because they would have plowed, made a decent job of it by Sunday night. It'll still be brutal, but it's not going to be all at once. But I just think...
Yeah, the exits are going to be tricky.
Oh, man.
The exits getting off 490, getting on 490, and things like that. I think the actual interstate's probably going to be okay.
It's just those ramps.
The ramps are going to be rough. The side roads, the back roads, the neighborhoods. I mean, they're just not going to get touched because the focus is going to be on the main roads.
We did ask in our What's Up Rock poll this morning about grocery store runs, the whole cliche about butter, bread, eggs, milk, everything. When were people going? It was more than 50% of the people who responded said, today, going to do it.
Yeah.
And then in second place, it was like, I'm all right. I'm okay.
Done already.
You're going to stick to your weekly routine tomorrow?
Yeah,
you have
I'll
that?
do it tomorrow. I'll probably try to go a little bit earlier. Like first thing, I'm probably going to go and just try to take care of that because I'm not trying to deal with the crowds.
Might be a bit of a zoo.
And you go in the afternoons and it's just everything's just so picked over.
Yeah. Especially when you get to the fruit and everything like that.
Yeah.
I did mention toilet paper. Top of the list.
Yeah.
Top of the list. I realized that last night. I'm okay for now.
You know, my buddy has a bidet and he says it's great.
My father-in-law has a bidet.
Really?
And just cannot say anything wrong about it.
Sure. Right.
Do you know anyone who's had a bidet or experienced a bidet and had a bad experience?
And returned it?
No. Everyone is just like, changed my life.
Yeah.
I would have done this way back when. Or it's they go to Europe for the first time and they're like, I'm ordering it right now.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, it's better than smearing, I guess, you know?
Iran, when we were talking about this on our show, she was like, well, if you're out, there's always a shower.
Yeah.
And I said, Iran, you got your new hot tub? Stay out of that if that's the problem. Well, there we go on the pod.
Oh,
what would you expect on a Friday? Back here in a moment. Back here on the Second Cup of Sunrise pod with James, I'm Brennan. And if there's one big takeaway from today, it's no one's had a bad experience with a bidet. Yes,
that's it.
That's it.
I see every once in a while an ad pops up for me. I'm like, why don't I just pull the trigger, get this thing?
It's not that bad. Like, it's not hundreds of dollars to do it.
No.
Like, you can get them set up.
Probably $100 or less.
And
It's
there
like
it is.
a little adapter. You just click on the toilet and there you go. Give yourself a little splurt after number 2.
Is it okay to, someone who has one? My father-in-law. You go over and say,
Yeah.
can I use that toilet this time? Just, can I try out your bidet?
When I went to my buddy's house, he was like, go ahead and try it. Give it a whirl.
A lot of times people are like, come see it. Like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
want to they want to show it.
Show it off.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you have a house party or Christmas or whatever, and it's like, let me give you a tour of the house.
The feature of the house.
Yes, this is
Right.
the best thing. They're like, I got a new fireplace. I've got this great brick oven grill, like if in the back.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, no, come to the master suite real quick.
Yeah.
Let me show you this. All right. Before we get into some other talk, including some stuff about the Bills, got the QR code for our Survivor game as we get ready for the 50th season, February 25th. Today's trivia question: how many days was in the first season?
Ooh.
You told me that you think they kind of film about a month at a time.
Right.
So I'm going to say 32 days.
Okay, I think it's like, I think 28 is what I want to say.
Let's see. 39.
39.
That's how many days was the first season.
Ugh.
Maybe they dialed it back.
They did.
More efficient.
I'm
More
almost
efficient.
Positive that.
So you have that. Enter this each day you can,
40
at least
days.
once a day, and we'll give you some gear.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a long time.
I remember, I've talked about this before, that we watched, my wife anyways, watched every single season
Every
in
season.
a row. And it was interesting to see how the production changes throughout the show. In a lot of the first, several seasons are, about the struggle. Right, like the struggle to survive, and I'm starving, I'm getting covered in bug bites, I've got a sunburn, like all these challenges and things like that. And now the evolution has been away from that. There's still some elements of that, but it's almost all about the strategy.
I was about to say drama.
And
yeah.
Exactly, and the drama. And the relationships that the players have with each other. That's really what it is. And I think that's kind of what they figured out is that's what keeps people tuned in. You're literally eliminating your friends in order to win $1 million. That's where the action is, and that's what keeps you going, keeps the show going.
Did you ever watch Big Brother?
Not really.
Me either, and I don't really know how it works. What was one show I watched? The Mole.
I've heard such good things, though. I mean,
think
Big Brother's gone on forever.
I think Anderson Cooper hosted The Mole way back when it had its run.
Yeah.
And it was like, who's trying to sabotage whatever in the game, and they were having to figure it out, and some people will get eliminated, and then you get down to the final two, and like, is one the actual mole or wherever?
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
I like that, but I feel like there's like The Mole, or there's shows where, you know, someone is intentionally, purposefully lying because it's part of the game.
Yeah.
Versus, I have to lie to you in order to survive. Like, I don't want to lie to you, but I'm going to just kind of twist the truth. Like, I prefer that.
Yeah.
You know, whereas the lie is part of the game. Like, if everybody could tell the truth, they would, but they have to lie in order. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of like that little trickery versus The Mole. Okay, someone here is lying. Let's figure it out.
It's part of it. It's part of it.
Yeah, exactly.
The big news that I saw this morning was out of all the like 7 or 8 candidates that are interviewing for the Bills job.
Yes.
Mike McDaniel,
Our
friend, former coach of the Miami Dolphins, who just became offensive coordinator of the Chargers, but now temporarily the Bills are flying out to LA, or no, they went to Florida to interview him. They've got another interview with Anthony Lynn this weekend in California.
So did he sign with the Chargers?
Yes. The reports this morning is that if he doesn't get the Bills head coaching job, that he's still going to be the OC.
Interesting.
So I guess they'll know soon enough.
So he probably just has a line in the contract. Oh, by the way.
Yeah, and I guess it was, helpful, or
if
maybe
I get a bid.
Maybe it wasn't. Did they do a full announcement for the chart? I think they did, so it would have been written. But maybe it was part of it. I mean, you could leave for a head coaching job. Coordinators move on anyway. I mean, they're interviewing 5 of them this weekend, but he's known for his style.
Yes.
Very
kind of goofy,
kind of mad scientist with how he is with his brain and running offenses, but
sarcasm,
the caprice. Oh, I love his press conference. Like, it's just so deadpan.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, that's kind of funny. Yeah, you never think that he was a coach.
Yeah.
He might be 30. Like,
he's a younger guy.
Younger.
I think what the Bills, with the new hire, they need to hire someone that has something that they've proven already. Like Dable has the fact that he helped Josh Allen get to where he is. McDaniels has that crazy good offense. If they just get like a defensive coordinator that was like top 5, top 10 on a good team, like, that's going to be like, really? It has to be some sort of upgrade from McDermott, doesn't it?
That's a bigger name. And speaking of, some fans are going around signing this petition online to reinstate McDermott.
Man.
It's kind of like the, I forget the websites where they sign them, like petition.org, whatever. And more than 40,000 people have signed it. And here's some of Bill's Mafia on that.
I think they're a good thing. They're telling Mr. Pagula the way fans feel, and a lot of people feel that he was unjustly fired.
I feel like you needed to at least show the numbers of how many people were affected by this decision. I would love for him to come back, so of course I'm going to sign the petition.
Change.org. That I was thinking of. But
what does that mean? Show the numbers that were affected. Like,
I guess it's just as if they didn't know, like, how ticked off Bill's Mafia has been.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm personally affected by this decision.
There are some of the names there that they'll be interviewing on top of McDaniel this weekend. So we'll still wait. Josh Allen, we don't expect to hear from him until after the coach's name. We've got a minute. I just want to give one other update. I wanted to know about American Rock Salt, what's going on.
Yeah.
Last year, they had a shortage.
Yes,
I guess with whatever they budgeted, it came under that, and people were having to ration it. We got a press release yesterday, to Natalie Kutchko, WROC TV, News 8 Rochester. Part of this says, American Rock Salt has gotten widespread inquiries from the press about this winter storm. American Rock Salt wants to assure customers, partners, and the public production and shipping operations remain strong. They've ramped up stuff since October with the union workforce, running 24/7 on the salt and de-icing materials, and they think they'll have enough for not just this weekend, but the rest of the season. So we'll have that.
How about that? Interesting. It's a photo from my old professor, Scott Hetzko, up in the Tug Hill. They use sand.
Maybe. Go dig some up in Charlotte. right at the
Yeah,
beach
why
if you
not?
need it to go around. We'll see you on air at noon. Stay warm this weekend, everybody.
Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.